Yo, what's going on, family? Look, I'm in the building, second time going live. Y'all know what it is. Coming here to give y'all some beautiful content. This one, the first one we got up on the block today. Blew my mind when I seen this one. Brother Brian, it was crazy. It was just a crazy story to me. They executed him today down in Tennessee. Tennessee still killing people. That's crazy. That's crazy, but it is what it is. Yo, chat, what happening? Y'all get up with me. Old head. Call me what you want. Still alive, you feel me? Welcome to The Spot TV. You feel me? Without further ado, we're going to get in here, man. We're going to check this out real quick. Check this out with me.
On August 5th, 2025, after spending 35 years on death row, Byron Lewis Black was executed by lethal injection in Tennessee. In this video, we'll uncover what happened, his last meal, and his last words. On Friday, March 25th, 1988, 32-year-old Byron Black walked out of the workhouse at 5:30 p.m. for another weekend furlough. And by Monday evening, just after 5 p.m., he returned as if nothing had happened during those 3 days. But everything had. That weekend, Byron had killed 3 people. The bodies just hadn't been discovered yet. On Sunday night...
What? He killed how many people? This finna take a twist, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I see this now.
Night, 29-year-old Angela Clay had just wrapped up another long shift at the Vanderbilt Hospital, clocking out around 10 p.m. Her sister, Lynette Bell, had borrowed her car that weekend and came to pick her up as planned. But Lynette wasn't alone. Byron, her on and off again boyfriend, showed up too.
The Guesty Channel Manager makes it easy to list on several booking sites at once and get more eyes on your vacation rental.
Together, they drove to the house of Amelia Bell, who was Angela and Lynette's mother. There, Byron dropped off Angela and her 2 daughters, 9-year-old Latoya and 6-year-old Lakeisha, and left without saying much. Angela stayed behind a little longer, chatting with her mom and sister before heading home around 11 p.m. Just before leaving, she borrowed an iron and promised to return it the next day. But that would never happen. Because sometime that night, after everyone was already sound asleep, Byron stepped through the door of the apartment where Angela lived with her 2 daughters. Inside, he found Angela lying under the covers in the master bedroom. She was curled on her side, fast asleep. She looked peaceful, but that wouldn't last long. Byron stepped closer, raised a revolver, and fired one single shot straight through the top of her head without hesitation. Angela died instantly. She never saw it coming, never even woke up. Byron turned to leave, but then he heard a sound behind him, a small rustle, almost like a gasp. It was Latoya. She had been asleep next to her mother. Maybe the noise had stirred her, or maybe it was just the wrong moment to shift in her sleep. Either way, she moved, just slightly. And that was enough. Byron turned back, lifted the gun, and pulled the trigger, hitting her straight through the chest and neck. The force shoved her sideways, jamming her between the bed and the dresser. Blood soaked through her pillow and filled her lungs. She didn't die right away. An autopsy would later confirm that her body had twitched for up to 10 minutes before she finally went still. Byron could have stopped there, but he didn't. He couldn't risk leaving a witness behind, so he turned, walked down the hall, and opened the door to Lakeisha's room. The sound of the gunshots had already woken her up, and she had got...
I want people to know mental issues are real. They real, man. Check on your people, man. It's for real. It go on every day out here. Every single day, man, is somebody crashing out. And then they crashing out right on the internet. Right here in front of y'all face. Check on your people, man.
Gotten out of bed. But to her, he was a friendly face. And when she saw him, she probably thought everything was all right. She could have thought he would tuck her in again and maybe even read her a bedtime story. But little did she know this would be the last thing she ever saw. Because as soon as Byron stepped into her room, he raised the gun and fired 2 more shots. One bullet hit her in the chest. The other struck her near her hip. She fell, but like her sister, she didn't die instantly. She dragged herself from the bed to the floor, her small hands leaving streaks of blood down the wooden frame. Her palms smudged the floor as she tried to move, gripping at anything she could reach. She eventually collapsed beside the bed, face down on the floor. Her blood pooled around her, seeping into the carpet. And then it was quiet again. There were no more witnesses, and Byron walked out, locked the door behind him, and disappeared into the night. He looked calm, composed, and right on time to check in from furlough, like nothing had happened. But this wasn't the first time Byron had shot someone. Angela Clay had been trying to move on. Her marriage to Benny Clay had ended a year earlier, but they still shared a connection, their 2 daughters, and a flicker of unfinished love. Benny had hoped they might work things out. He thought they had a chance. But there was one obstacle standing in the way: Byron Black. Angela had started seeing Byron after the separation, but it hadn't been a clean break from Benny. Some weeks she was still seeing both men. Benny didn't like it, and he made that known, but Byron wasn't backing down. He wanted Angela for himself, and he wasn't going to let her go without a fight. By December of 1986, that tension boiled over. It started with an argument, loud, heated, and deeply personal.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to show you a way to potentially make money by pairing Amazon with the power of AI.
Benny eventually turned and walked off toward his car, maybe thinking it was over. But Byron wasn't done. He pulled out a gun and started shooting. The first shot slammed into Benny's car, and the second tore through his foot. The third ripped through his shoulder and stopped under his collarbone. Benny tried to run, but Byron chased him, still firing. Benny eventually collapsed in the street, bleeding and cornered. Byron quickly caught up to him and stood over him, with the gun still in his hand, ready to finish it. But then Angela appeared.
Now, you mean to tell me people been getting stood over since '86? Come on, that's why I was saying these new shorties think they made something. They always think they created something. I ain't promoting violence, but I'm just saying they've been standing over people for years. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a ridiculous story, though. Let's just be clear. Rest in peace to families that had to relive this. Because let's just be clear. Families got to relive this. When people put stuff back on the internet, now the internet is a place to, bring the past back up, show people around the country, around the world, what's going on. You got streaming, obviously, where people get the information in the snap of a finger. So with stuff coming back up like this, I know I'm just gonna say prayers out to the family of these people who lost their lives. Prayers to as well to him today. He was executed. That's what this whole story is really about. So let's get there.
She shoved Byron back before he could fire again, and somehow that was enough. Shortly after, Byron was arrested. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to a workhouse term with weekend furloughs, and that privilege would cost Angela and her daughters their lives. The day after the murders, March 29, Angela's mother felt something was off. Angela hadn't returned the iron like she said she would do, and that was nothing like her. When Amelia called, no one picked up, so she tried again and again, but still Nothing. That's when she sent another daughter over to check on her. But she, too, didn't get a response. The shades were pulled down tight, and the house was quiet. Yet Angela's car was parked right out front. It just didn't feel right. That evening, Amelia and Lynette went to Angela's apartment themselves. Again, they knocked, but again, there was no answer. At that moment, they knew something was seriously wrong, and they immediately called the police. Officers arrived at the apartment around 9:30 p.m. The door was locked, but there was no broken glass and no other signs of forced entry. Officer James pried a screen off one of the bedroom windows and opened it. He raised his flashlight and swept the beam across the dark room, and that's when he saw it. A child's body on the floor, small, lifeless, and blood on a nearby bed. In the master bedroom, they found Angela, dead in her bed. And
can I get y'all to like and subscribe for me one time? Y'all get in that, like and subscribe for me. Man, this is my second time streaming. So if you come past my page, if you just come past any videos I got, rock with me till I get it together, all right?
next to her, wedged halfway between the mattress and a chest of drawers, was LaToya. She didn't survive either. And in the second bedroom, Lakeisha was found face down beside her bed. She had lived the longest, dying somewhere between 5 and 30 agonizing minutes after being shot. Forensic teams combed through every inch of the scene. They recovered bullet fragments from the wall above Angela's head, from the pillow where LaToya had been sleeping, and from the mattress near Lakeisha's body. But the detail that tied everything together came from the phones. The kitchen phone receiver had somehow ended up in the master bedroom, while the base of that same phone was found in the hallway. On it were 3 fingerprints, 2 on the hallway phone and another one on the kitchen receiver. And all of them belonged to one man, Byron Black. And to make things even worse, the bullets found at the crime scene matched the same type used in the shooting of Benny the year before. He had survived, but the bullet had stayed lodged in his shoulder ever since. But investigators hadn't forgotten about it. And as they started closing in on Byron, they asked Benny to undergo surgery. The bullet was finally removed, and when ballistics experts examined it, they confirmed it was fired from the same gun used to kill Angela and her 2 daughters. A lead detective later said it was the first time he had ever recovered key evidence from inside a living person, and it helped tie everything back to Byron. The evidence against him came together slowly. There wasn't a trail of blood or a witness who saw it happen, but the cracks in Byron's story ran deep.
You want to change your life today? Make a decision. Focus on where you want to go instead of what you're afraid of. Really create your life.
Angela's family said the relationship had been rocky from the start. Months earlier, Byron had kicked in her front door after she refused to let him inside. Angela had told friends he once said, "If I can't have you, nobody will." And the neighbors had heard it all, late-night fights, banging, shouting. And just 3 weeks before the murders, one neighbor said they saw Byron at Angela's door again, pounding on the window and threatening to break in. And just days before she was murdered, someone saw them arguing in public. So, when police found Angela and her daughters dead, they didn't need to look far. That night, detectives went to question Byron at the Metropolitan Workhouse. They told him that Angela and her daughters were dead, and at first, he broke down, crying hard and visibly shaken.
He played it to the
But
T,
the moment more officers entered the room, something in him changed. The tears dried quickly, and his face went blank, according to detectives. He said he hadn't seen Angela since Sunday night. According to him, he dropped her off at her mother's house around 10 p.m., then headed to a friend's house for dinner. He claimed he stayed there until 11:30, eating and chatting, then drove to his mom's house and crashed on the couch until morning. But that story didn't hold. Charlotte Walden, the woman he had supposedly eaten with that night, remembered it differently. Byron had shown up for dinner around 8:30, stayed for barely an hour, then left by 9:30. and he never came back that night. That small gap, just 2 hours, was enough to unravel everything he told the police. By Tuesday morning, detectives brought Byron in again, but this time he had his lawyer with him. And with that, his story changed. Now he said he had gone by Angela's place later that night. But he claimed she wasn't there, so he left. And when he came back later that night, the front door was open. And this time, he stepped inside. That's when he said he found them, all three of them, already dead. Angela, LaToya, and Lakeisha, still in their beds, the blankets pulled over them like nothing had happened. But he didn't call the police. He didn't run to a neighbor. Instead, he just stood there. I panicked, he told detectives. I didn't want to get involved. Then he turned around, locked the door behind him, and walked away. He never told anyone about what he saw, not until investigators confronted him. At trial, his defense came down to one thing: his alibi. His mother and his nephew both swore he had been home by 11 p.m. and never left after that. But the jury didn't believe it, not after hearing what he had told the police. And on March 8, 1989, Lakeisha's birthday, a Davidson County jury gave her family something they had been waiting for: the best birthday present she could have gotten. They returned guilty verdicts on all 3 counts of first-degree murder. And the very next day, the sentencing followed. For murdering Lakeisha, the jury unanimously recommended death. But when it came to Angela and LaToya, they couldn't agree, and Byron was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms, plus extra time for weapons charges and burglary. One thing was clear: he would never walk free again, not this time. Still, Byron kept appealing his death sentence for decades. His attorneys argued that he didn't have the mental capacity to be executed, that he was intellectually disabled and legally unfit for the punishment Tennessee gave him. They claimed that Byron didn't understand the world around him. When he was young, simple childhood games like red light, green light left him confused. School was a blur, and he couldn't follow basic rules. Doctors later said that damage had started early. Byron had been exposed to alcohol before his birth and to lead in the air and water after he was born. Both left lasting harm before he ever learned to read, especially to his brain's frontal and temporal lobes, the parts of the brain that control memory, attention, and control. And he never grew out of it. As an adult, Byron still couldn't do basic math, and testing showed he functioned well below average. If you would line up 100 men his age with similar education, 98 of them would perform better. And even though he had married and had a child, Byron never lived independently. He stayed in his parents' house until the day he was arrested at age 32. Over the years, half a dozen experts reached the same conclusion: Byron Black was intellectually disabled. Even the state's own expert, who once testified otherwise, changed her opinion. With modern diagnostic standards, she acknowledged the truth. Byron met every criteria, and time only made things worse. By the age of 69, Byron's mental state had deteriorated further. Years of brain damage, combined with schizophrenia and later dementia, had stripped away what little capacity he had left. His mind had been breaking down since childhood, and what was left, doctors said, was a man whose level of functioning was so low that fewer than 1 in 10,000 people lived at that same level. When a forensic psychiatrist evaluated him for the final time, Byron couldn't even make change for a $5 bill. But to some, that wasn't something new. That was just who Byron had always been. In the end, none of that stopped the legal process. In March 2022, a judge ruled that he was still competent for execution. And in June 2023, the Tennessee Court of Criminal Appeals upheld the sentence.
I'm going to reveal the only 5 to 7 stocks that I believe you should trade options on. Hi, my name is Mike Shore, and I'm going to send you my day trading cheat sheet for 100%.
But since then, Byron's execution has been rescheduled multiple times, first by the pandemic, then by temporary moratoriums and technical delays. But eventually, in March 2025, the Tennessee Supreme Court set one more date. Yet there was one final complication. In May 2024, Byron received an implantable defibrillator, a small device placed in his chest to regulate his failing heart. It was a last resort for his end-stage heart failure, but it created a serious complication when his execution date approached. His lawyers argued that if the device wasn't turned off, it could mistake the slowing heartbeat from lethal injection as a medical emergency and deliver painful electric shocks. They described it like being kicked in the chest by a horse, each jolt a desperate mechanical attempt to restore his heart's normal rhythm. The drugs would slow his heart, and the machine would resist, possibly turning death into a drawn-out and brutal struggle between man and machine. A judge in Davidson County agreed, ordering the device to be deactivated before the execution. But the Tennessee Supreme Court saw things differently. They overturned that ruling, calling the deactivation an unauthorized delay of justice. The execution, they decided, would proceed with the device intact, arguing that even if the shocks were triggered, Byron would likely feel nothing. And that was it. The date stood. The night before the execution, Byron was given his last meal, a quiet ritual before the state moved forward. He had requested a pizza, topped with mushrooms and sausage, donuts, and butter pecan ice cream. On the morning of August 5th, 2025, Byron was led into the execution chamber. He was already strapped to the gurney when the curtain rose at 10:31 a.m. A sheet covered his body, which was standard, but this time it was pulled unusually high, even covering his hands. He faced the witnesses, but when he was asked if he had any last words, he simply said, "No, sir." He didn't speak to the victim's family, who were seated just feet away, and he didn't apologize. Witnesses said he showed clear signs of distress, heavy breathing, restlessness, and confusion. It looked, they said, like he didn't fully understand what was happening to him. A final mic check was done. His spiritual advisor stood nearby, touching his cheek, praying and offering quiet encouragement. She also told him to focus on his breathing. Byron began sighing and breathing heavily, almost panting, as if fear was overtaking him. When the drugs started flowing, he looked around and raised his head, clearly unsettled. Witnesses described him as moving more than expected. At 10:33, he was groaning. "I can't do this," he told his spiritual advisor. "This is hurting so bad." The advisor leaned in, calm but helpless, and said softly, "I'm so sorry." Then she continued praying. Just a few moments later, he raised his hand one final time, then went still at 10:36 a.m. By then, the full dose had been administered. A mandatory 5-minute waiting period followed, and at 10:43 a.m., Byron was pronounced dead. Byron Lewis Black was 69 years old. What do you think? Has justice been served? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
What? Y'all cool? No, y'all cool or like what's going on? I don't really know. Tell me what y'all think. I need to know. I just need to know. No, I'm just no, but for real, I need to know, man. Y'all ass crazy, bro. That's the craziest work. Like, yo, chat, man, what's poppin'? What the is poppin'? I got one more I want to put on y'all radar, man. This was a crazy. This some crazy work too. Chat, hey chat. Y'all from the city of Chicago, man. Chicago coming together, man. Shout out Chicago, man. Shout out Chi-Town, not Chirac. Alright, don't let the hat fool you. I just always keep a super dope hat. Every stream is gonna always be a super dope hat. I'm a shoe guy. Y'all be seeing the Studio 2. You know what I'm saying? Right behind me right now. I'm trying to work some kinks out. So I got some stuff going on. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out my lagging situation. I'm trying to hook some stuff up. So, you know, right now I'm just giving y'all that raw dog. You feel me? No pun intended. You feel me? I know cats from other states be talking about some pause. I ain't gonna get on here and be talking about no pause from the city. We ain't on none of that, fool. We ain't on none of that. You feel me? But we're gonna definitely make this live what it is. Make this stream what it is. Make this over here pop crazy. Hey, look, man, y'all just tell me what y'all think about Byron Black, the situation we just looked at. Byron Black, he was executed today. To me, it seemed like he been in jail. They say he been in jail since 1986, 87. You know what I mean? What y'all think about that? It's a crazy situation. Man, I got no fly in my spot. I'm trying to get him gone, boy. Oh, it's to y'all. That thing got to go. So I seen something right outside, and it was funny as hell. It was so funny. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Talking about back to school, shoplifting. Man, y'all going somewhere. They about funny as hell. Yo, y'all know what's going on, man. This was funny to me, y'all. I can't fly.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
On August 12th, 2023, officers were dispatched to the mall after receiving reports of a retail theft involving 3 female suspects.
Stop! Come over here. Walk over here.
Welcome to the spot.
Hey, find the third. Where? Get her, John.
Welcome to the spot.
Drop your bags, please. Alright, right now you're just being detained. We're conducting an investigation, okay? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Don't resist. Just right in front of the car. Right here.
She got everything, you hear me?
You just hang it right here. So I gotta read you your rights before I talk to you at all. You're being detained for a theft investigation.
Death?
Theft, no death. Nothing crazy like that. No. So you have the right to remain silent. You understand? Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand?
Yes.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand?
If she a thief,
You cannot afford a
she
lawyer and you want one.
understand. This ain't her
One will be
fault.
provided for you before questioning without charge. You understand?
This mean you take me to jail?
No, that just means you're detained right now.
If she
Because you're in handcuffs, I have to read these questions.
doing that,
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to
she
me?
know all right.
No.
She know
Okay.
everything that's going on. Ain't
So
nobody
the reason,
killed me.
what's that?
Still be talking.
I can't go to jail. I can't.
You've never been in trouble before?
No, I've got a ticket for speeding.
That's
I'm
it?
running stop
Oh, you
sign,
still
yes.
been coaching.
You never even got like a
No,
court date, nothing
never.
like that.
No, I went to court for driving without license.
So whose
when I
idea-
first never had my license.
Whose idea was it for you guys to come out here and do this?
Just fancy.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
I need to get my niece out.
What did I always call
I know.
Try and get your sister an outfit?
My niece.
Your niece. Gotcha. Is one of them your niece or she's not here?
She's not here. Yes, one of them is my niece, but that's not my
Not
niece.
who you were gonna get it for? Were you all trying to get it for your niece or just separate?
I don't know what I was by myself. Like we were together, but I was by myself.
Gotcha. Well, you're all on video and everything. Is this your shirt even?
No, I leave tags on all my stuff.
You just leave tags on?
Yes, because I like my closet to look,
I got you. Yeah, you guys were on video. We have witnesses saying that you guys were stealing from a bunch of different stores. And obviously you've got a bunch of bags here, no receipts. Is anything here paid for?
Yes.
What's paid for?
What's paid for is H&M is paid for.
H&M?
Yes.
Do you guys have the receipt?
No, I was doing an exchange.
You were doing an exchange?
Yes. My stuff is on my paper card.
Okay. So you have H&M stuff that you were going to exchange?
Yes.
Did you end up exchanging it?
No, I didn't exchange
You two.
2 shirts?
Yes, and I have everything else from my side.
So what did you get for those 2 shirts? Did they give you like store credit or
No, they
clothes?
let me switch it out for the right size.
You just switched it out for the right size? Okay. And you have some
Only
kind of
thing that I
receipt or
took
email for that?
The only thing I took is a pair of a skirt.
From H&M?
No.
From where?
I don't know the store. That's the
Okay, that's alright. We'll end up finding it. What about at New Balance?
Nothing.
You didn't take anything from New Balance? So just because you weren't the one who took it out of the store doesn't mean you weren't involved in the whole
I didn't take nothing
theft.
from New Balance.
So you handed the other girl in the green a pair of shoes, or it was shorts or something, or
I didn't get
the
nothing from
leggings.
New Balance.
I know,
I
but
didn't
you
even shop
handed
there.
it to her, and she walked out with it without paying.
I don't know what she did. I didn't get nothing out of New Balance. I didn't touch
Okay,
on
so
New
the
Balance. I
only
didn't give her nothing out of New Balance.
The only
I
thing that
paid
you
New
took
Balance.
was a skirt, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You don't remember what store it was from?
I think it's Rule 21. I'm not sure. Or Shop Ruth.
Ruth? Okay. Okay. Do you have a wallet? Were you intending to pay for anything?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
But how come you didn't pay for
I
it?
just didn't pay for the skirt. Everything else I was doing in return.
Everything else you were just returning
Yes.
stuff? What about all the stuff in your bags
No,
here?
I have one bag and a purse.
Your bag
It's
was...
brown.
Was it this? Oh no,
No.
it's the bag there in the
Yeah.
purse. Okay. Alright. So, if I look in that bag, it's just going to be a skirt?
Yes, and H&M.
And then H&M stuff?
Yeah.
Alright.
Literally, it's just a skirt.
Okay. Is there anything in the car?
No.
There's nothing in your car?
No.
Or is it your car?
No, it's not my car.
Okay. Which
And-
whose car does it belong to?
My sister.
Which one is that?
The one in the middle.
Okay. And you were going to say something?
Yeah, and I'm not driving. I'm meeting someone at the McDonald's.
You're meeting someone at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Okay. But you were in the car with them.
What, drove here? Yes, I'm leaving separate.
You were just leaving separate?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have to go work.
Okay.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Getting all your daily nutrients is hard work, but nutrition gaps in your diet are inevitable. But there's an easier way to fill them. Meet Grooms. GRUNS. The snackable, packable wellness gummy that packs the comprehensive nutrition you need.
Never been in trouble before?
Never been in trouble before.
Have you ever stolen before and gotten away with it? This is your first time trying to do this thing?
No.
Okay. Because I don't recognize you. Normally we have the repeat offenders who are always stealing,
I've never been to jail.
Okay.
I've never been in the back of a police car.
What about your sister? Has she ever been in trouble for it?
A long time ago.
A while ago? Okay. Alright, I'm going to sit you back down and then just talk to you guys one at a time, and then hopefully your stories come straight and true and we can prove it all with video. But it might take another 30 minutes to an hour. Come back and sit over here. Just have a seat. Oh yeah. So like I was explaining to her, because you guys are in handcuffs, come stand right here. Because you guys are in handcuffs, I can't even really talk to you. They can't talk to you until we read you your rights. Alright? So I'm going to read you your rights real quick. And then just let me know if you understand. You can say yes or no. Alright, you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand? That's a yes? Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand? You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning. Do you understand? If you cannot afford a lawyer and you want one, one will be provided for you before questioning without charge. Do you understand? And has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me? No? Okay. So, I know the bags on the outside here, the purse and the one brown bag, were the female that I just spoke to. I think that's your sister. And then, this one's yours or the middle one's? This one is? Okay. So, whose idea was it to come out here and do this stuff? I don't think it was your sister's, because she's never been in trouble. I've never seen her before doing this kind of stuff. I don't think I've seen you either. Was it your idea? Was it whose idea?
It wasn't really an idea. I mean, it just happened.
It just kind of happened? Like you guys got together and decided to come take stuff without paying?
No, not like that. I came to the mall. Just this stuff. It wasn't really planned.
Okay. Do you guys have money at all? Like, were you planning on paying for anything? You were? Then how come you walked out without paying for anything?
Stupid decisions.
Yeah. How old are you?
34.
You're 34? Okay. Do you have anything in your vehicle from like New Balance or any of these other stores? No. Is the New Balance stuff inside your bags? These bags here? So at New Balance, we have video of witnesses saying that you guys were stealing stuff. They saw you. These two were like handing you items and you were putting it in your bag. Is that stuff here or is that stuff in the car? I think I see some New Balance stuff in there. I haven't even searched through them yet. I will be searching through them, but I just wanted to see if you guys are telling the truth or not, and trying to make up my mind on what we're going to end up doing. So, the New Balance stuff is in the car or in here, or you're just not sure? Think it might be in that one? Okay. What other stores did you go to in here, in this outlet mall? I know you came from New Balance. Did you go anywhere before New Balance? Tommy Hilfiger over there in that same plaza, and then came over here, and then went to New Balance, and then came over here, and then I know you went to Nike, H&M. What else have you gone to in here? Only Nike and H&M? Okay. So when we look in these bags, there's not going to be any other merchandise from like Adidas or Under Armour or any other place other than Nike, H&M, New Balance, or Tommy?
Yeah.
Okay. And what? Charlotte. What is that? That's the name of the store? Oh, Charlotte. Okay. I don't think I've heard of that one. Okay. Have you ever been in trouble for theft or stealing?
Yeah,
a long time ago. How long? Like a year?
Like 7 years.
7 years? How come you didn't like learn your lesson from 7 years ago? No. Alright. I'm gonna have you sit down and then I'm gonna grab the other one. Can you just help me out? There's a ton of stuff in there. I don't know what. Is that all H&M? Everything in here is H&M.
Yes, absolutely. I said, this is the only thing that I touched.
What's all that?
That's my stuff that I did. That's H&M.
I know, but so where was this from?
This is from, I don't know if it's new or Charlotte. I don't know.
It's one of those?
Yes,
There's no tag on it? Other than the security tag? Did the alarm? Oh, here it is. Charlie Roos, gotcha. Did the alarm go off when you walked out?
It was a lot of people going out.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is Roos. This is all H&M? Okay. And you were bringing it in for exchange?
Yes, I had to exchange for sure.
Okay. Alright. So everything in there is H&M?
Yes.
Do you have a receipt, email, or anything saying that you exchanged it?
Yes,
I know you were telling me.
I have an email.
Is it on your phone? Or?
Yes, it's on my phone.
You want to show me? If you can show me that, then I'll go. This will go right back with
Yes,
you.
I can show you.
Do you have your phone or is it in here?
It's in my phone.
It's all the same ads.
I don't know where it's at, but it has to be in my email because I didn't get a paper receipt and I used a card.
Okay.
Monday.com is the best day for work, and here's why.
Let
me show you some of the mind-blowing things thousands of our customers are already doing with Monday.com.
Got to go.
You can do all that.
Okay.
I promise I'm telling you.
Okay.
Just this girl.
Just that one. Okay, you can go back and have a seat. Can I talk to you one more time over here? Is this your bag? That was just there? Oh, that was yours. Okay.
Look, take me in, Jolly boss.
So I know you guys went into H&M. There's a ton of
I ain't even got enough authority to be doing nothing. Like, come on, take me in, man.
You don't know?
Smart dumb.
Okay. There's like security tags and no receipts or anything. Your sister was saying that she has receipts.
To the spot.
On email to her on her phone. She showed me her phone. We went through the emails. There's no receipts or anything. So what we're about to do, you guys can sit here for hours while we go through footage of H&M, or you can just tell us that none of that was paid for, and we can skip forward some of the hours of watching video footage. So was any of that stuff paid for from H&M?
Mine wasn't. Well, my hat was.
The hat was? So this might be easier. What all was paid for? One hat? Because there were a couple hats.
The hat that you see on the top.
The white colored one, cream colored one. That one was paid for. And that's the only thing that was paid for from H&M. So what was your thought process? Like, if I pay for one thing, they won't know, or like, why did you pay for that and nothing else?
I didn't really have a thought process.
Didn't what?
This is not something I thought out. So that's I don't have any answers. Like, I don't even know.
Like, you didn't just want to walk out with that hat too and not pay for any of it? Just decided to pay for one?
No, I don't even know.
Okay. Alright, so it's just like, it wasn't a whole planned thing. This isn't your job. You don't do this. You don't. Or were you trying to sell the stuff? No. Okay. And it's just for you guys, or for you, whoever you're buying it for. You're not selling it. Okay.
While searching the suspect's purse, officers uncovered a large bundle of tinfoil, a known tool commonly used by shoplifters to block anti-theft sensors and sneak merchandise past security systems without setting off alarms.
I ain't know that, boss.
So in your purse you have that aluminum foil stuff. Is that to block the sensors from going off? So you have a whole bunch of aluminum foil. What boosters, like shoplifters, do is have aluminum foil to block the sensors from alarming the security sensors. You have a whole bunch of them all lined up in your purse that you had. What was those for? For what? Okay. And none of the New Balance stuff is here. So it's in the car. So are we gonna find anything else in the car? Because I'm able to search it just based off. I know you guys got in your car with stolen stuff. So I'm gonna search your car for stolen stuff. Is there anything else in there? What? No? Okay.
Shopping's pretty going wrong, y'all. Let me just tell y'all something. Stop stealing people's stuff, okay? Keep your hands, is what the word is. Keep your hands to yourself.
Foil.
I got more money for than the people that smoke get out on the street. I would have told them, hey, I use that to smoke out of, sir. So, come on, sir. I'll get high. What's up? I know we get high running around still. There's all the cheap shit.
New Balance. This is the New Balance bag.
Welcome to the spot. We can give you the latest video that's coming out. Crash out, crash dummy. Financial literacy. We do it all over here. We the spot.
Come back over here. Alright, now I know it's way more than what we initially thought. How long have you been doing this whole theft thing? You obviously know more than what I had thought at first.
Like 3 weeks.
Like weeks, months, years. You have a ton of stuff here. I know you just did it today, but like, have you been doing this thing for a long time? You just been getting away with it? What made you decide to come out here and like tear up all these stores? I just found so much more stuff in your car. Okay. Can you come over here real quick?
It's time to get up out of there, man. Let's go to the jail, man. I don't know what's going on.
Alright, I was just explaining to your sister.
Hey, look, family, I'm gonna get up out of here. I just want to give y'all a couple videos. Like I said, it's my first time streaming, so I just want to give y'all a taste of a little bit of what's gonna happen. It's gonna get cleaner, it's gonna get meaner, it's gonna get tighter, it's gonna get brighter. Y'all come mess with me, man. It's your boy Unc, man. Financial literacy on the way. Big dog status coming, man. Equipment coming, studio coming. It's gonna happen, right? You feel me? So link in with me, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Big Unc. Stay down till you come up, all right? Spot TV, man. So y'all go click.